Hey, what's up, you guys? David. What today's topic is going to be about is pretty much the condition of the world. And essentially, like, what I personally believe the condition of the world is, as far as concerned date, it's always been in the past, is that it's very dog eat dog. And but what I mean by dog eat dog is that everyone's out to get things for themselves, and, like, you know, just, I guess, kind of one up one another. I guess just to sustain their, I guess you could say, position in life, you know. And through that axer, or through that notion, essentially, like, what I personally believe that the driving force behind all this is, like, the main primary source of where does all this come from is pretty much essentially hunger, you know. And hunger is, like, what I believe is one of the purest sins, I guess you could say, in a sense where it'll cause a man to do anything that he would fucking do just to get things his way, you know, or just get it to come his way. And yeah, and if you were to look at the true definition of sin, the true definition of sin is pretty much man's lack of respect towards men. And I guess essentially through that premise, so it's kind of like, yeah, you know, it's like, that's just a fault line where everything basically fucking comes under, you know? And this is part 2, the primary basis to establish a utopian society. Essentially where that comes from is, I guess you could say everyone at a certain point has to have a certain understanding of themselves concerning life, death, the universe, or just their position in life, you know, I guess where they essentially stand as, I guess you could say, a person with purpose or meaning. And I guess, like, through that understanding, like, I guess, like, everyone's gonna have a mutual understanding as far as concerning that we're all people. And I guess essentially, I guess, like, this whole fucking bullshit chain reaction, I guess you could say, involved around hunger and just, like, the essentials that everyone would basically need by provisions that were essentially given or just, like, provided unto to basically essentially live under those the fucking basic idea of fundamentalism, I guess you could say, that would require us to basically essentially live comfortably, you know. And I guess I mean, you know, you got the idea of Marxism, communism, and just, like, what was the other one? Yeah, I guess in order for that to come across, everyone's got to have a mutual understanding of everything and everyone. And I guess essentially things have got to be shared in the sense where everyone's got to contribute to basically provide. And who knows, it may actually be a better system than what we have now. I mean, essentially people may have to work less hours. Like, instead of, like, multiple brands, there's just, like, there's just a numerous assortment of, like, just things we could ultimately provide for one another, you know? And that's always been the essential idea. But then I guess the primary idea is what would you do with that extra time? And what I personally believe that it's to seize the day, you know? It's essentially to seize the day and just, you know, do what you will with it, you know, as long as you're not, like, live life to the fullest without being foolish. And it's just, like, as long as you're not hurting anybody or just, like, you know, and just, yeah, it's just, you know, it's, like, fucking to live in the good company of others. So yeah, I think I'll end the video there. Just, like, a little shout out of ideas that I've had over the past couple years. And I don't think they're so taken out of context where, like, they seem like it's not a possible idea that's out there, you know, or maybe reasoning behind everything. So, I mean, yeah, just drop it out in your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. All right, bye.